Pisces, welcome to Born Without Boundaries. Let me just fix this. My name is Michelle, and this is my channel, Born Without Boundaries. Please do click subscribe, ring that bell so that you know when I go live and you get all the content coming into your feed. Also, look for the Vimeo link below because I'll do an extended. That is, I work with oracle cards during these general readings, but the extended digs deeper with tarot cards, and then it also includes a romance, love/romance specific focused reading. So that's the Vimeo link below. This is for the week of August 25th through the 30th. It's our last week in August. We're kind of saying goodbye to summertime, Pisces, and that's okay. I think there's a lot to enjoy, and if there's anybody that can understand the changing of the seasons and the beauty in all different aspects of life, it is Pisces. You guys have that beauty, that beautiful soul, and that beauty about your character that you really are capable of understanding beauty in everybody. The one issue with you is that sometimes you have a really difficult time applying that beauty and understanding to yourself. So this is the message that's coming out for you this week, Pisces, is you are weaving your dreams. And I think you're weaving this world, this dream, this fantasy. You feel like you know that you've gotten somebody's attention. And you feel like you have to be everything that they expect of you. And you are trying very hard to live up to those assumed expectations. Whereas this individual who's very different than you, they're made of different stuff. They have different perspectives. Whereas Pisceans, you are like the spider, you have 8 eyes. You understand and have so many different, you have an open mind and have so many different ways of understanding and seeing the different facets of the world. This person is solid. They're earthbound. They're very confident in themselves. It's like what you lack in self-confidence, they make up for. But what you have in insight, they don't have access to. You are you are you are just opposites of each other, and not just opposites, you are almost like alien creatures to each other. But something about you has fascinated them, and something about them has fascinated you. And you, being you, feel like you have to work overtime and be something special. You have to be something special. They see you as special, so now you have to be something special. You have to create yourself into something special, all the while not seeing that they already think you're special. You are special to them. You're so foreign to them. How you interact with the world, how you celebrate life, how you talk to people, how you think, all of those things are so different to them that just you being you is what has hypnotized them, is what has drawn them in and made them fascinated. I'm not ready to say, at least not yet, I'm going to keep pulling cards. These are just 2 cards so far. I'm not willing to say that they're in love, but I gotta say they are in intrigue. And they really are looking at you with a full realized appreciation for what you are. I just think there's this tendency in you to assume that you have to now invent what special is, instead of just experiencing and accepting that you are special in and of yourself. When I pulled these 2 cards, I really thought of Charlotte's Web and that interesting, unique relationship that arose between these 2 characters that were so different. Clearly, Charlotte was mature and a spider. Like she had a different perspective. She hung in the corner. She was free, and yet she was very bound to the home that she made herself. But she chose to live there. Whereas Wilbur was definitely sort of a slave to the world and what the world expected of him, and to their judgments and their preconceptions, and he had to live where they put him, but they're sharing this space and they're sharing this time with each other, and they have this unexpected but glorious love that starts to blossom between the two of them. It isn't romantic love, it isn't sexual love, but it is big love. It is pure love. It is love that is the, like, appreciating each other for what you are and not anything else. It's just defines expectations, this appreciation in this relationship that's happening. But the message that I really wanted to stress to you is that this person, it could be a Leo because it's the Lion card, but it's definitely somebody who is solid where you are light. It's definitely somebody who is weather worn where you are fantastical. It's definitely somebody who, it's almost like, I just heard this, it's almost like, oh wow, this could be a twin flame. This could be a twin flame, because the two of you are diametric opposites, but somehow it's like what you lack they have, and what they lack you have, and there's this immediate love and respect for each other. There's something to do with the web. It's kind of, he has the web behind him too. It's almost the flower of life behind him, and so do you. You cast it yourself. It's like you live in this quasi dream state all the time, where you always have access to intuition and energetic communications and like the unseen world. They've just heard about it. But they're fascinated with it. But it's still just a theory for them. It's something like a story somebody wrote instead of a reality that they live in. But you make that real for them. You make what they're interested in. It's like you prove that it's real. So listen, Pisces, don't in any way, shape, or form this week try to be anything that you're not, because in doing so you'll be losing the best parts of what really make you shine and make you stand out to the world, which is just you being you. It's what, even if this is more esoteric and this is just the world watching you, not that you're being spied on or anything, but that, the attention that you're getting this week, it's really just they're impressed by you being you. You don't understand it because you're you, and you're lost in your own whimsy. But you are really such a fascinating creature to most of the world because because you're like a living fantasy. And I don't mean like a fantasy of like pinup girl or action hero or superhero, not like that. You're like actual fantasy that's been personified. You are the art of the infinitely possible, and your just existence on earth and the way that you affect people and your mindset and how you talk to them and how you encourage them to feel like anything is possible and they're capable of everything. All of those things are, to other people, its own inspiration. It's like its own show. It's like you're the greatest show on earth just being yourself. That's what it is. Like you really are. And there is, I feel, this one particular energy coming through of somebody that, I've got to say, almost like Wilbur and Charlotte, needs you in their life. Needs everything that you are. But not in a way that they're going to drain you. It's almost like they can't touch you. So I'm wondering if you met this person online or you're talking to them, they're at a distance from you, that there's communication between the two of you through the web. This is like the literal interpretation of the web, that the internet. Maybe you met on Instagram, maybe you know each other already, but you stay in touch via Skype or something that is more, and programmers would disagree, but like more ethereal communication than in-person communication, because the internet, if you think about it, if you even think about cell phone technology, it's all it's all magical. If somebody from 200 years ago saw it, they'd think we were magical and we were telepathic, that we could talk to people at great distances, you know? So it's something, there's some sort of communication. I don't think it's like 5D communication. I think it's like internet communication. I don't know that, like I said, that you met them on the web, but I think that there's communication between the two of you on the web. There's so much admiration coming from them to you. And for you, you're almost like starstruck by them. Like, how did I even get this person's attention? I don't deserve it. But the truth is, and the message that I want you to hear this week is, you deserve it, and you deserve it when you wake up in the morning with your hair cockeyed and drool coming out of your mouth. Like you deserve it just being who you are, because that's what they noticed in you. Yeah, this is a really loyal connection. This is a sincere person. This isn't somebody who is messing around with you or f***ing with you or manipulating you. This is somebody who has a sincere, I think that between the two of you, there's a sincere admiration for each other. And I mean, there's just a love that's radiating, like a unconditional admiration and respect for you, and from you to them. I just feel like there's a little weakness on your part. Don't think I'm being judgy, but there's a little bit of a weakness on your part because you're doubting your own self-worth, you know, and even though you're fascinated by them, you still have not accepted their fascination with you. And I got to remind you, Pisces, love is a two-way street. So receiving somebody's admiration is as important as giving it and sharing it. And there's definitely a part of you who loves attention, right? There's definitely that aspect of your character who loves, but I feel like you think you have to work harder than you do for that attention. I think you have to be somebody for that attention, and you haven't really fully accepted that value in your own self. But I feel like, if anything, this connection between you and that person, if it progresses positively, will show you that. Like, you ever heard the expression, be that person your dog thinks you are? Well, that's how they look at you. You to them are that person that is just everything, like their whole world. For some of you, this could be a child. There could be a definite parental aspect here. But if so, I think this is a more mature child that you're at a distance from. Or there's somebody who you have that parent-child relationship with. And they need you. In some weird way, I shouldn't say that. They need you. They need you in their life. You teach them things. You encourage them. This could very well be you having a relationship with somebody that you're protective of. This is oh wow, I feel like this connection I feel like you've changed their world. So this is definitely somebody that you haven't just met. You really have completely changed their world. You have worked Piscean magic and made them into something that they never thought they could be. And it was in knowing you that happened to them. Or that this is happening to them. This could be somebody that you have a long history with. In other words, when I look at the cards, we're dealing with matured people. So if this is a parent-child relationship, this is a relationship with a mature child, a child that's already grown to a certain capacity. This could be a relationship 15. I've heard this word, this 15 years. 15 years you've known this person, like 15 years they've been in and out of your life. Maybe they're 15 years old. That there's this energy between you that it's like almost like you've raised them. It doesn't have to be a parent-child relationship. It could very well be have nuances of just having a beautiful romantic relationship. But there's definitely something about this relationship, whether you've known them a long time or from the moment you met, they felt like you've known each other for a long time. Yeah. Okay. I want to shuffle. Overcome any obstacle. This is telling me that the biggest obstacle here is you recognizing your own beauty and you recognizing your own value, because the rhino spirit is like, the rhino is a big clunky animal, and with its big horns on its face, it is the perpetually misinterpreted animal. Like, you think that a rhino is, and I think, and Pisces, I think this is you and how you see yourself. You feel big and clunky and awkward. You know, you feel when you walk into the room, you're like a bull in a china shop. But that's not how other people see you. And I think the biggest challenge to this whole situation is you not realizing how magical you are just being you. And rhinos are animals of exceptional gentleness. Like, they're not even hunters. They eat grass, they eat leaves. You could be a vegan, or if you're not vegan, very into natural foods and nurturing yourself from the earth. So you are somebody who it's easy for people outwardly to see just how precious you are, just how special you are, just how engaged in life and living things and committed to health and the nurturing of the world that you are. But you don't feel that way, and that's your biggest impediment this week, Pisces. This is the energy you're being asked to clear, is that misunderstanding of yourself, that misinterpretation of your own value is what you're being asked to clear out this week. You're being asked to really, there's probably ooh, wow, now is a lucky time, and give with gratitude and grace. There's a lot of beauty here. And there's a lot of like sensuality in you. You are a beautiful creature. You really are. There's a lot of sensuality on both sides. So now I'm getting a little bit of more of a nuance of but then again, no. I mean, if this is your child, clearly, but there is at the very least a deep connection and investment in this other person's well-being, right? But what I was going to say is, I feel like you've had a difficult life. Like, there were obstacles in your life. There were definite parts of your life where, let's put it this way, it still hurts. Like, what happened to you was so impactful that it's still, to this day, all you have to do is remember it and it hurts you. And it's those hurts and those pains that I think help keep you in this state of not realizing that how beautiful you are. Because for you, you still see yourself as a scarred creature. You still see yourself this dream weaver, but as a spider dream weaver instead of this magical, mystical dream weaver. I feel like you, because of the past pains in your life, you feel like you're damaged goods. You feel like you're damaged forever. You feel like there's no way that you just wouldn't even peg yourself as beautiful, even though you do almost have, there's another aspect of you that is almost overconfident, but I think that's the aspect of you about your ideas, about what you think, because you've earned through really rough experiences in the past. You have learned valuable insights that help people, which is why I feel like this person is also so attracted to you, because of what you've been through, you don't judge others. Because of what you've been through, you see the beauty in others. It's that obstacle is is seeing the beauty in yourself to really understand how fucking amazing they think you are, and that you don't have to keep trying. Okay? I think that their patience and their kindness and their confidence will rub off on you. Just like the unconditional love of a dog starts to rub off on their owners. Like, somebody loves me. Like, it'll start to permeate you, and you'll start to accept the sincerity of that. I don't think that you believe that this person is being insincere. I just think that you believe that you are worth this person or this opportunity that's come to you and taken notice and attention. Yeah, that's what I think. That's your biggest struggle. But I have to say, there is a healing process. This person actually could have been connected in some ways to that hurt in the past. Not that they hurt you, but they knew you at that time. So maybe that's why you always feel perpetually ugly around them, because they are linked to the time in your life when you were most in pain. You know, if a trauma happened to you and they're an old friend, they're linked to that time in your life. And so you inadvertently, I apologize, you inadvertently link them to those bad times in your life. Not that you see them as bad, but that it's like they've seen my ugly. Like they know me when I used to get high, or they knew me after, you know, somebody attacked me, or it's like they knew me then, so you can only see them seeing you as ugly. Wow. But I think what they're going to do is almost like help you heal. You help them believe in something better about themselves, and they're helping you to heal those past wounds, heal those past stings. It's almost like, you see this little crown, this tiny little crown on the rhino's forehead? It's almost like they're giving you that brass ring. They're showing you that even in that moment, they're reminding you or telling you that even in that moment when you thought you were ugliest because something ugly was happening to you, they always thought you were beautiful. So this is a very cathartic relationship that's happening for you, and I feel like it's your this is your step up, because if anything's been holding you back from stepping up, it's this untended trauma from the past. But I feel like now is a very abundant time for you. Like, we have freedom is yours, and I feel like this is freedom from those past hurts, freedom from those ghosts, freedom from hold on. So this week, oh my God, oh wow, Pisces, this is really a lot. This week is the week, the energy of this week is the week where you heal or are liberated from that prison that this old trauma or these old experiences in your life put you in. That's what's breaking through. And it's this person or this reconciliation, not reconciliation, but coming back into contact with this person that knew you then, that can confirm and remind you, oh my God, of how beautiful you are just as you, of who you were before that horrible thing happened to you. And it's through their eyes that you can see that image of yourself that you thought was completely destroyed. Oh my God, I want to throw up. Okay. This is a deep, deep, deep pain. I don't know how else to explain. It is a deep pain. And Pisces, you can hold on to things forever. You're the water. The water remembers. But this is something that honestly will maybe make you feel nauseous. inside of yourself. That's how traumatic it was for you. That there will be like nausea, there will definitely be tears. But it's this person, and I'm not even saying it's, to me, this is even bigger than romantic love. This is big love. This is them reconnecting you to the part of you that is not damaged, the part of you that was before, that had that infinite possibility of children, of playfulness. It's like the Six of Cups cards. It's like, remember I said a long time ago, one of my first videos was, this summer will be that summer where you will experience love the way that you did when you were a kid before you were jaded or disappointed by life. And what this love for you is going to be is loving yourself again. It's been long overdue. and you so deserve this, because your life, you will see how much abundance starts to flood into your life after you set yourself free from this prison of this trauma. And it's all through the eyes. It's all by seeing yourself through the eyes of this person that you recently reconnected to. They will remind you of your beauty without you trying or compensating, because I feel like the overcompensation started to happen after this past trauma happened, because you never felt beautiful. You never felt deserving, because you always felt damaged and broken and ugly. When really, you are everybody else's magic. But for you, you honestly started to believe that version of yourself because of how you felt, because of what you were going through. That picture, it was like a tattoo on your heart that is literally being removed this week, so that you can see that heart underneath and remember who you are. And it's all by this help of this loyal, loving person who knew you when, knew you before, knew you during the time when, I feel like this trauma was when you were younger, the two of you were younger, had to do with childhood, and they just them being back in your life helps you to break free and heal. And honestly, you will start to see, like, if you've had blocks in your life, Pisces, if you've had a lot of things in your life, like, why doesn't this work out? Why doesn't this work out? You will see the blocks are literally removed. Because what was really the block was the way you felt ugly all the time. You didn't feel worthy of beautiful things. And so you always not knowingly redirected them away from you because you didn't feel deserving. It's when you are set free from this past trauma that the abundance starts to flow. Because the universe, it's not like it's not there. The universe just kept hearing, I'm ugly, I don't deserve it, I don't deserve it, I don't deserve it. And they're like, all right, redirect it. Okay, all right, we'll redirect it somewhere else. And this is that time when you finally are broken, you break free of that old understanding of yourself that came from trauma and being harmed. And the abundance is just going to flow your way because it's always wanted to. It's always been there. It's just been redirected by your own, I will say, self-hatred. Wow. So I would say this is your week, Pisces. This is your week of complete and total freedom. And this is the healing power of love, like real love. It's just this demonstration of this kind of magic that nothing else can work on, that nothing else could reach you. It's just love. All right, if you want me to dive deeper into this and really for me to focus on romance, let's go over to Vimeo. The link is below. If not, Pisces, and this is where I leave you for now, then I will definitely check back in next week. But I would ultimately love to hear what's going, like, hear your experiences in the comments, because be prepared for powerful movement this week, Pisces. Beautiful movement, long overdue movement, and 100% positive. But this, it's like, it's going to be like releasing that trauma that you've held on to for years. I'll see you.